Hello and welcome to Scots United, where I, Scott, and my team of Scots, as well as my dog Margot, bring you the latest in movies, television, and popular culture. So, we're talking, not intentionally, but it just sort of happened this way, we're talking about romance this week. So let's go to Scott and see what he has to bring us. Hey Scott, so I just finished my workout and then had dinner, and now I want to talk to you about Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Oh, the French film! It's really unlike most things you would see. It's a period piece. A woman, a painter, is brought to this, estate, mansion, nothing too crazy, but nice, to paint a young woman's portrait of comparable age. She's being married off, her mother needs her to have a portrait made, and her daughter's being willful about it, and she wants the painter to sort of befriend her as if she's just there to walk with her and be a companion, but get a look at her enough that she can then paint in secret. And that's sort of the structure of how it starts. And from there, it's sort of like a lesbian romance emerges between the two, which is not a spoiler because it's really not. It's about that, but it's not. So what works about it? Well, the romance is there, and it's palpable. It's strong and beautifully created. And the whole movie is so naturalistic. The women are lovely, and they're on the seashore, and there are pretty things, but it's not lit for the gods. They're not made up to be crazy looking. It's not exaggerated. It is very natural and very real, which seems very. The director's a lesbian, and it just feels very much like. And I'm not being lesbian, still, it just feels like it's just imbued with this queer sensibility, but not in some strange way or unapproachable way for you straight people that are watching or might want to watch. Hey, well, let's not discount the power of a queer point of view, and often, that does take some of the tropes and nonsense that we've all kind of been seeing regurgitated over and over again, and it reconstitutes a simple story in a new way, right? That's not crazy. It just feels really unique and true and powerful. And there are some other motifs running through it that just really come together. At the end is just really powerful and beautiful and it's just a complete package. That whole movie makes sense as a whole, and it's just fantastic. So if you feel like it, it's on Hulu, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Just completely worth your time. So those are some strong words, folks. Now, I know we usually bring you positive reviews, but still, this one is not to be missed on Hulu. However, there is another option you might want to check out. So, Scott, what about on the TV side of things? Scott, stop what you're doing. We're in quarantine, essentially, so you're probably not doing much. But still, everyone, including you, has to watch Normal People on Hulu. Ooh. Color me intrigued. So it's adapted from a book by Sally Rooney, which I've read. And I don't think you need to read it, because it's not it's a great book. I really enjoyed the book. I think you could do either. You could watch the show, read the book later. Libraries aren't open, so maybe it's tough to get the book if you don't want to buy it. It was a well-regarded book, nonetheless. Anyways, it's just 2 episodes in, and my breath is taken. This is getting deep. Let's be honest. A lot of our modern ideas about romance and love and sex come from TV and movies and how we think things are supposed to be because of what we see. Porn also affects that too. And yet, somehow, sometimes, a TV show, in this case, Normal People, can somehow be powerfully romantic and erotic and real and feel totally new and revolutionary, even though it's just trying to depict something normal and real that is also erotic but also sweet and romantic and and new in the case of this show, because we're talking about sort of seniors in high school, and they end up getting into college, but we start with them, as in high school. And I'm only 2 episodes in. I just appreciate when I appreciate how much in this sort of post Me Too time that you see shows that have a sexual component handling it so well, because it doesn't feel like either party is being, I mean, male or female, both are sort of in it equally. Hey, it's called Normal People. So I appreciate that they're striving for normalcy in an extraordinary way. I don't feel like the actress or the actor, either one, is being sort of objectified. It just feels natural and beautiful and just achingly gorgeous, but also not overly lit and dressed and gauzy or bullshit stupid. It's not trying too hard. And that's just again, why is that revolutionary? Why is it so hard to find real, authentic, human sexual depictions in our media? Because it does seem like it's hard. Because it does seem like it's generally always sort of exaggerated or, lit with a bunch of amber lamps to make everybody look all, gauzy and perfect or whatever. Maybe this is what we need right now. Right, Margo? There's something very universal about it. There was in the book, and there certainly still is in this show. So, I mean, it's especially if you're, riding out this, virus alone, then if you're looking for that kind of special something, romantic that just makes you kind of, your heart open in the way that you would like to get back to someday, it's not a bad option. I would check it out. So yes, everybody, that's 2 romantic options. If romance is something that you need right now, right? If the reminder of the lack thereof is a bother, then, which I was worried about myself. But after seeing these, I'm not afraid, Yeah, right now is a quiet time, but that's okay. These shows lit a fire, made me feel excited, and made me really, really excited to see art being created that is still changing the rules, presenting people in real life in interesting and innovative ways, and really connecting to something deeper. So, hey, when you can have that, you can't go wrong. So thank you for joining us, me and Margo, and we hope to see you again next week.